mic. There we go.
Testing, testing. Okay, mine's good.
Mine's good. Yeah. And then we hit the, wait. Let's talk. Yeah.
I think
Mine, yeah. That's better. Okay, sweet. Let us know when we're on.
Are you going to introduce the teams?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know their starting lineups quite yet, but we'll figure it out as the game goes.
Sounds good.
So, I'm assuming Teo, assuming Carter. Are we streaming? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Phoenix Convention Center, where we have our Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here at the Phoenix Convention Center for our semifinal matchup of this gold upper bracket final for 18U. I'm joined here by Coach Donnie. I'm Joe McCurdy, and we're excited to have you all along with us on this semifinal matchup between 630 Volleyball Club and Rockstars. Of course, a good old-fashioned SoCal versus Midwest matchup, and we're excited for this one, right? This is going to be a good game. A lot of D1 commits on both sides.
Amazing.
And watch out for Mateo Ferbringer. He's going to be an up-and-coming star. You know, a family full of talent. Sister setter for Nebraska or Wisconsin. Apologies. And then of course Mateo committed to UCLA. So 630 just defeated Triangle Volleyball Club to get to this point, and Team Rockstar has gone undefeated in this match, defeating both SPV Volleyball and Beta Bay to make it here. They have only dropped one set this entire tournament.
Wow.
So it's going to be a high-flying, high-competitive matchup that we are excited to have you guys along with us for. So we are almost ready to get started. Aidan Syswerda set to serve. We will cut to the broadcast as we get underway. Top spin from Syswerda.
Good spot, serve to area one, over the top. Good read by the libero, left around.
Little out of system swing off the block. Somehow gets over the net, but goes out as Rockstar takes the first point of this match.
That was good hitter coverage off the end, and it's tough when you get that unlucky touch on that. Running the big there, tip, okay, middle coverage. We love middles who can pass. I love it when setters hit with the right hand. I feel like Moni Nikolov has popularized that attack, and it's so good to see so many boys just trying that now.
Yeah. Well, we'll see a lot of that from Matthew Proskey. McKendry commit was really offensive. Loves a good quick fake. But when you're one-on-one with Mateo Ferbringer, it's a tall task to try and stop that man, especially one-on-one.
That was a fast swing. That was like super compact.
He'll be getting a lot of looks in this match.
I'm waiting to see some four-man receive. Okay, I think we do. Oh no, the opposite's hiding on that one.
We'll Two-hand push.
Misconnection there.
Another opportunity. And I think we've
net.
got a net call. No, but 6:30 gets the point.
That was a smart play from the outside, a little bit inside. The set was dying, and instead of trying to force it into the block, pushing it deep and tempting the blockers to reach over the net, ending up in the net there.
Matthew Proskey to serve. Again, the future of McKendree volleyball at the setter position. Has a
good
great
jump
serve, but just out. He had a couple aces that really shifted the momentum in their quarterfinal matchup.
I feel like the servers are a little bit tentative, pretty typical at the beginning of a big match.
But here we have Mateo Furbringer set to serve, big top, and he goes long. So trading service errors to start this match. We're tied 3-3.
The best time to go for a big serve is early in the match. Like, you got to get that rhythm, miss early so you can figure it out, so you can know how to make it in the end.
Lee-Caracci to serve. He gets this one in. Great set, but over the plane of the net as he reaches for a pass that was about to go over and ends up with a 6:30 volleyball point.
If the setter went up and actually did a fake dump and just pulled his hand, there were no blockers on him.
See, that's what Moni Nikolov has revolutionized in this sport. The ability to use your size to the advantage. As a little collapse in serve receive for the Rockstars right now. If they can keep this service pressure up, it'll give them the cushion that 6:30 needs to maintain a lead in this game.
Ooh,
and that's an ace.
Right in the seam.
Going on a great run is Brody Lee-Caracci. One of the future outside hitters at Lewis has been I've been really impressed with him in the matches that I've watched. Really great serve as we just saw, but once we get him in system and swinging away, he's a really smart hitter. So he goes again.
Ooh, another tough pass. Let's see if we can convert on this free ball here. Pushing it wide, a little bit in on the tip there. Another free ball.
Out of the Bick. Rockstar's got a chance here. And there's Mateo Furbringer, but dug up. Syswerda with the swing, off the block, heading back to that pin. Can Rockstar commit?
Great rally here. Oh, inside.
What a shot.
4-4. That's an international level swing right there.
You got two blocks up in front of you, and you just take that sharp cross. Man, just watching it makes my shoulder hurt.
Looks like 6-3-0 runs a little bit higher offense. I'm curious how that's going to bode in the semifinals here.
Overpass here. Rockstar with the opportunity to...
Oh, great pancake from the libero. Inside set, chopping it. Good coverage.
Another refresh to the right side.
Deep corner, was that in? That's a disciplined swing.
When you've only... Yeah.
The trend is fast, but when you set fast, it's really hard to swing deep. So I'm already seeing with 6-3-0, they're able to swing deeper from both pins just from a higher set. You can reach a little bit higher than that, so it's really cool to see that come into effect.
You'll see a lot of pin offense from the 6-3-0 team. Okay. Don't use their middles as much, more of a blocking piece, but those pins are really smart and can use a one-on-one block to their advantage.
One thing I would like to see number 9 do is on a triple block, have him scoot behind the baseline, anticipating the high off the hands, and read left or right. I feel like he was cheating in more for like an in-system defense.
London Lee to serve. Pass by Lee-Caracci. And
okay,
there's the middle. And that was in.
Yes. Swinging deep, not going for the bounce ball.
Big swing out of Wesley Kochendorfer.
They're playing some old man volleyball, man. Swinging deep.
That's the Midwest in them. They're smart. They got high IQ, and they'll take any space they can find on the court. As they go back to the middle. A little scramble here.
Net. Good joust. Can we convert?
Great set. Setter swing.
I love it when setters get a chance to attack. Ooh, no block up, but Oh, the jump set. There we go.
So he loves to, and there goes the ball out of bounds. He loves to do it. Just to be able to draw a blocker off. While he hasn't had any kills in both the quarterfinal and the semifinal match, he loves to do a little pump fake, and I'm sure we'll see more of that as we go along, and he's in that front row.
Oh, that's a throwdown.
And just like that, it felt like a blink of the eye. It was 7-5, Rockstar down 2, but now it's 11-5.
That's crazy.
Just taking the opportunity to capitalize on some of these Rockstar miscues.
Yeah. And Rockstar usually does a good job running a fast offense, but with the faster sets, the margin of error is so small. And some of the sets were starting to die inside, and so that one was trapped on the right side. He tried to jam it, whereas at least with a higher set from the 6-3-0, they are able to have time to make a decision and still reach higher. So we'll see if Rockstar can dial in their offense and really push it a little bit wider for their hitters to use the edges a little bit more.
And a name that we haven't called nearly enough tonight is Matteo Furbringer. Yeah. He is their kill leader, their biggest arm, and I don't think I've really seen him at all. He's back row, would love to see something out of the back, but have to get a side out here if you're Rockstar to just stop this momentum from 6-3-0.
Especially in best of 3. I mean, things run away real fast.
Real fast. And just like that, an ace straight out of the timeout.
I love it.
It's just not what you want if you're Rockstars out of a timeout.
You don't get to see the short jump floaters anymore. This is great.
Great pass.
Okay, there you go. There's Matt Furbringer, but just out. He has an arm. Like, even though he's hitting out, it instills confidence in the team that he's going for it, and I like the way he plays.
It's only a matter of time where he starts to reach that next level.
Okay, over the top. So that's where we do see the benefit of a faster set that is pushed wider. The block just doesn't have enough time to set up, so you're getting them on the way up, able to swing over them.
Yeah. And if you look at this Rockstars team compared to 6-3-0, there's a complete height advantage. Yeah. I feel like at every single position. So at what point will that have an impact on this game? But with that, just a wide open line shot that Brody Lee-Caracci just takes advantage of. Smart shot, didn't go super hard, took his time to get around that block and finds the floor. Aidan Syswerda with the serve.
Struggling with this serve receive here. That is that over-the-top swing.
An amazing dig. And nobody was there to pick up that dig. And that's probably one that the 6-3-0s want to have back. Great dig off that outside swing, and
it's a good read.
Nothing comes from it. But got to go next ball, 14-7. Got to cut into this 7-point lead if you're Rockstars. Starting to get their feet underneath them and have that offensive rhythm.
We'll see if they run some middle. Number 3 had a pretty good swing a couple points ago. Okay, using him to draw. Good read by Rockstar, but
block falls in. Unfortunate for 6-3-0. That was a great swing, and you had Matthew Proskey right there. Thought it was going to go out, but just unfortunate place for the ball to fall.
Be nice to run the back one to give both hitters some separation between 9 and 3 on 6-3-0.
Easy float.
Oh.
Trouble with it. And
okay. Smart swing, but just out. I love the confidence.
Begging for a touch, but there was quite a bit of air between that ball and the nearest blocker's hands. Good try to go high hands, wipe something off, but the ball control just wasn't there.
Rockstar starting to creep in a little bit, forcing a bad pass here. A little bit off the net, having to shoot it. Easy dig in transition. Okay, Rockstar starting to chip away.
Got to get him off the service line if you're 6-3-0. Got to find a way to side out. And there's got to be some sort of urgency to keep Rockstars where they are, and that's down 4 in this first set.
So it looks like they're passing 4. I think they're having their opposite, squeezing a little bit in the seam there. Ooh, a little bit low inside. Okay, that little high chop worked this time.
Great dig from the libero. Out of system opportunity.
See if they can take a swing on this one. Setter.
And there it
Yay,
is!
there we go. First kill of the playoffs.
Just absolutely squeezing that ball through a double block. He was not scared to go for that ball. Swung straight at it. You would usually see, you know, a setter less confident, maybe try to tool that or tip it over the block, but he goes straight at it and finds a hole in the block.
Every setter's dream.
Set just comes off, and that's off the antenna. Just haven't seen really that connection between Matt Furbringer and it's costing them right now. Just a set that was pushed a little bit too far. He's on his back foot, and
oh no.
An aggressive serve into seam 1 goes right into the tape.
And at that point, the momentum is on 6-3-0. You do want to serve tough, but there's moments where you have a team against the wall. You just got to put it somewhere tough and in and let your blocking defense do the work. They had so much momentum. Low pass. Okay, we got a middle kill.
That was impressive. Matthew Proskey getting low and still being able to set his middle from that low on the court. You don't see that very often.
That's athletic. The serve receive is a little bit iffy on both sides. I think the setter is going to be making the difference for this match.
Very much so. An aggressive swing for that serve just goes right on the top of the tape. And the errors, unforced errors, are keeping Rockstars within reaching distance of this first set with Matt Furbringer at the service line. Let's see what he can do.
Caricci's been struggling front row a little bit. They've been having more success with their middles. Let's see if he can take care of this ball here.
See, that's the thing, the confidence out of system set, has a good approach, but tries to go for the roll shot and just whiffs a little bit going into the tape.
Yeah. That was a good out of system set. You want it high inside, close to the block so you can tool it.
Furbringer goes long.
That's another momentum breaker serve. Right when 6-3-0 is starting to get in their head, you let them off the hook there. I think there's good times to miss and there's not so good times to miss. That was a tough one to take.
The ability to have consistency to keep a game alive.
There you go. That's a smart play.
That's an amazing shot selection. You're quick inside. That was nice. That was nice.
Another wrinkle we're starting to see out of system is the confidence for the libero to set the outside that close, because it's actually going over the outside of the shoulders. So the outsider's going in blind. But they know as long as they're close to the net, they can do something close to the block there. Ooh.
As that one goes out.
People are really not feeling the serves this game.
But that's okay, because 9-3-0 or 6-3-0 has gained that lead. Yep. We talked about it early, being able to have that consistency with the serve. So once you get into this point of the game, you can just keep on putting it on that opposing team's backline passers.
Yeah.
That's just another error from Rockstars. As 6-3-0 is 5 points away from taking this first set. What's going through your head if you're Rockstars right now? You're down big, trying to get some momentum going into that second set.
That's a good pass.
Great
swing.
swing.
At this point, I think you have to let go a little bit and focus on things that you can control, which is probably a little bit more energy. Both teams seem kind of flat. I think 6-3-0 has a little bit more energy, but starting from that, a little bit of communication, a little bit more talking.
Starts with getting this serve in. Great pass. Out of the back row. And that's what I've been so impressed with out of 6-3-0. Their ability to find Lee-Caracci in the back row.
That was nice.
They haven't gone to it a lot this set, but in those late point scenarios, they will be going big because it has had a really high success rate.
All right, starting to pass a little better here.
Another swing. Oh, they call it in.
Yeah.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Bick for Bick.
Furbringer's starting to feel it now. And I appreciate that Furbringer, his swings, his confidence didn't change. He just happened to hit out on his first two, but he is trying to get into a good rhythm and trusting that he's going to find it. So now he's in rhythm.
You're on this big court after playing in a convention center all day long with so much tight space.
Yeah.
Get a little bit too much space and could be dangerous. So a little change in arena, and we've got our second time out, excuse me, of this match. 21-17 going into this timeout.
Well, speaking of the space, even though we are playing in a larger space, not having any like the usual points of reference, usually you can see nets behind nets behind nets, and so visually you get used to that spatial awareness. But to see net and then a wall very far away, it does mess with perception.
That's a very good point.
A lot of times people feel like they have to swing harder because the court feels smaller, or sorry, everything feels bigger, so you feel like you have to swing deeper, but we end up hitting out. Oh, I got a little dancing from 6-3-0. That's the energy I'm talking about.
Actually, they have the utmost confidence right now. 4-point lead.
Yeah.
And a setter that is dishing the rock right now, just finding all of his hitters in really good positions, whether it be in system, out of system. There's another
tight pass. Ooh.
That's just that height that
Yeah.
Teo Furbringer brings.
Yeah.
Just completely going over the top and putting down that OPK. And Rockstars aren't completely out of it. Down 3, a couple service aces maybe.
And a help block.
Huge block.
So not a surprise that Furbringer scored the last 3 points. Kill, overpass tip, and assist block. This guy's an impact player.
There's a reason why John Hawks and the UCLA Bruins got him right away. Just a very impressive talent, but those are killers, especially late set scenario. You're trying to make that push.
Yeah.
You got to do whatever you can to get that serve in. Take a little bit off of it, but unfortunately that goes out for Rockstars.
Especially when Matt's in the front row, or Mateo. Ooh, confident big late in the game. That's a confident set, because you got Mateo front row. You know the block is probably stacking on him. And to set the first pick to that Iosia hitter this late in the game, that's a confident move right there.
Still only down 2. This is a big serve for Rockstars.
We got a front row setter. This is the 9-3 combo Iosia hitter, and they're more offensive middle here. Let's see what they do.
A little hybrid.
Still with the push 1. And I don't know if I would set any hitter near Mateo Furbringer.
He wasn't even on top of it. The ability to just reach over and close that seam. He was all over that ball, and that is yet another block from Mateo from a middle. They've set the middle quite a bit, late set, and now they find themselves down 1.
That was a great read by Mateo. Forcing the dump, is he gonna push it? Mateo scored now probably the last 5 out of the 7 or 8 points.
The difference that he makes to this team, we talked about it early. We weren't calling his name, but big stars make big plays late in sets.
That's true.
And he's doing that right now.
That's true.
As we are all tied up here.
That's a smart serve. You know you're on a run. Force on the side out. There we go. That's what you need. Get a good dig in transition. Set your hot hitter.
And there's the offensive setter, Matthew Proskey.
That's ballsy.
Because he just got blocked on a similar play. But he finds a blocker that's just a little bit late, goes off, and he's like, I'm gonna take care of this myself. Get back in the lead.
Great vision.
Overpass for
going to Mateo here. You got to stop him. There we go. Nice little scoop down the line. They got a DS on the right back. I think we got a touch. Yes, that was the high flat.
Rockstar's a little bit of disarray there. You have that swing down line, and to have your DS just be able to pick that up in August Leman. Absolutely amazing dig, because Proskey, he gave him line. He gave him line all day. The confidence you have as a blocker to know that the guy behind you is going to be able to pick that ball up.
Yeah. And when you have a DS sub in men's volleyball, you are giving up that D ball. But we see why. They'd rather dig some balls and get more opportunities than to have another terminal hitter there.
22-24. Rockstars have another timeout. I gotta think that Coach Kevin Norman's. We're going to Furbringer here. Win or lose, you are putting the ball in the hands of your biggest playmaker, and whatever comes out of it, you gotta be okay with.
Now the question is, do you still give Mateo line? Do you give him the same line swing to just destroy it? Do you trust your right back to dig it again?
Unless he can put it 10 foot and bounce it, I'm letting him have it.
I like that.
Because after that, trust your defense. That dig from August Leman, put more confidence.
There we go, a little bit. Oh, going for the OT shot.
And there's the adjustment, right? We were just talking about the perception of it all.
Yeah.
A few early on, going long on swings like that. He's finally gotten adjusted, and he's finding that back corner.
Yeah. Well, this is Rockstar's best front row right here. You got all three great hitters in the front row. Good size, and an over-the-top throw. That's a smart, very, very, very smart power tip. On game point, too.
You got Aidan McIntyre coming in on that one ball, draws the middle blocker just a little bit high set, just being able to tip it over that block. What a play by Brody Lee-Caracci to finish set one and take the first set for 6-0-3. That's only Rockstar's only their second lost set this entire tournament.
That's crazy.
When you play against teams like Beta Bay, SPVB, you're undefeated in this tournament.
Yeah. And
to lose the first set on the main court here in Phoenix, you got to come out swinging in this next set just to give that confidence back to this Rockstar team. Yeah.
Well, that's what we call the curse of success. I mean, we've seen it at the Olympic level, high school level, college level, where if you are too good too soon and you haven't been tested early on, you don't want to figure out how to climb out of these holes in the playoffs when it matters the most. And one of the most tragic moments was our women's team from the U.S. in the 2012 Olympics. We were undefeated all the way until the gold medal match, and that's when we lost to Brazil. That's because we weren't tested, we weren't battle tested. And so what do? You don't purposely lose. So how do you figure out ways to still have that gear of like working your way out of holes, but if you didn't have any holes to dig into, it's hard to get that going into those critical moments.
And the thing is, 630 had already had an opportunity to play on this court. They are used to this arena, this space. And so I expect Rockstar, after playing that first set, you saw them push back a little bit late in that set to come out and look 10 times better than they did. Now that they've been here, they've played a set, and with their match against 630's match against Triangle. Triangle came out in that second set and put it to 630, nearly beating them in that second set. But we will start to see the parity between a team from SoCal and a team from the Midwest in 630 be able to compete at this level.
We'll see how Rockstar responds. They don't look disheveled at all. They look they're starting to gain some confidence, and I think they feel really good coming into the second set.
When you look at Rockstars, I mean, of course you can talk about the Mateo Furrbringers, but I feel like their libero has had an amazing game just to be able to keep them in rallies.
Yeah.
And the defense on both sides has been something really impressive. Would love to see a little bit cleaner out of system setting. Just to give your hitters, especially Mateo Furbringer, because I feel like he's getting the majority of the looks right now.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot going to the right. We've had a couple moments in the middle, but it's gotta have a little bit more consistency on the offensive side.
Yeah. One thing I noticed about trying to make it past the semis and the finals is you need to have a little bit more diverse offense. Like you said, it's been the Furbringer show. Rightfully so. When you're in a hole, you got to go to your go-to guy. But I hope they can get their right side going, a little bit more middle going from Rockstar, just to have any chance to take it to 3.
Missing that serve to start the set. Just a little bit wide, and you're just giving Rockstars a little bit more confusion just as to why aren't our serves going in, right? Well, 630 has had some really consistent serves.
Yeah.
Especially from this man and Aidan Syswerda.
Okay, we finally got a back 1, a little bit of middle. We got a big short tip to area 4. That's the right move, but the libero was already on the floor. He was anticipating it.
He had it open, and it would have been quite a challenging dig to see if Carter or Mirabal would have picked that up. But fortunately, you go into the tape and you don't give him an opportunity to make that miraculous play. Couple of errors to start this game.
All right, keeping in play. Great pass. Oh, we have a D-ball. Oh, that's the outside hitting a D-ball and receive. Oh.
Goes for that tool. He showed that cross seam. He knew he was giving him line and just went off that right side hand.
That was smart play to see the blocker dive in and it just chipped off the edge. So here they have their outside hitter hit the D-ball and receive and then move back to middle back. So number 30 has been hitting the D-ball. Ricci is a smart play.
Future Lewis.
And that's why we got that DS. High over the top, just missing it.
That's an error you don't really see Lee-Caracci make all that often. Again, a really smart player offensively.
Yeah.
We've seen him go to a lot of these off-speed shots. Would love to see him go swing hard because he's got a gap in between that middle and that outside.
Yeah.
But that defense for Rockstars has really upped their game.
Can they convert on this free ball? Maybe a little bit of middle set. No.
As your middle sets a free ball. And Sergei Nikiforov is not going to give that one up for free.
That's a tough one. That was a critical moment there. That was your chance to break this serving run. And the serving run is just simply serving in and letting Rockstar's block and defense convert.
The beauty of a float serve goes really underappreciated. As Wesley Kochendorfer makes up for his previous error with a big kill.
Yeah.
Just the middle was just not up with him.
Yeah.
And just the speed of which Matthew Proskey is setting this ball has got Rockstars a little off balance. But that is...
We got our D-ball. Got some right side from Rockstar.
No block up and you miss.
Yeah.
That's a set he's going to want back. Great look from Rockstars, just over-rotated a little bit and catches long.
That's the tough part about setting the right side for the first time in the second set. There's no connection. Oh.
Critical error out of there.
Maybe a little sweat on the ball.
Just take that with your hands. You're already low, or you gotta get that with your platform. That's an easy dig to make with your platform. And
platform is a lost art form now with the kids.
That's why, you know, in Canada, they make it illegal to use your hands up until like 16, 17.
I believe it. Every Canadian player I've met is fundamentally extremely solid, no matter what position.
A little cut shot there. Gets the libero off balance, couldn't make the dig. And 9-3-0, or 6-3-0 is slowly coming back. They were down 4, and now they're back within 1. Great serve off the tape.
Oh.
How that was able to be covered.
Here. Let's see what the setter does in transition. Running the Bick.
And that falls in. Just the parity between a block that somehow is covered, and then it turns into a swing that just an unlucky fall for 6-3-0.
I'm surprised they didn't go to Lee-Caracci on that one. Anytime the pass is pushed left, the blockers were following him.
They were ready for that Bick all day long, and Taliaferro goes straight into the tape.
Maybe that's part of the scouting report is that in transition they run a lot of Bick.
It's the first time this week, or excuse me, today, that I've seen that Bick fail for 6-3-0. But Lee-Caracci gets another serve in.
There's the back one, still not connecting, but you gotta set it. You gotta keep your blockers honest.
And the 6-3-0's libero was in a great position to get that ball up, just caught himself a little bit off balance, a little back, and then just couldn't make that move forward to pick that ball up. Carter Mirabal to serve.
Short, trying to take the outside hitter out. Good compensation from the setter, so giving him some time to recover. Chopping it low and inside.
Getting it through a triple block. Could not have asked for a better swing.
We haven't seen number 12 very much from Rockstar.
Daniel Booker, he's
pretty physical.
Been on and off with Cash Essert. Great spread block. And there's the Bick out of Mateo Furbringer. That is pretty sound volleyball.
That's nice.
You just look at the length that Cash Essert has on that outside pin, being able to get a block touch, and then that transition kill out of the Bick for Mateo Furbringer. And Rockstar forces a timeout at a 6-3-0.
Yeah.
This is the team I was expecting to come out, and again, they've gotten their feet steady. They're used to this environment now. The stands are starting to fill up. They're rising to the occasion.
Yeah. And to their credit, they don't look emotionally any different than that first set. They're like, yeah, we lost the first one. Yeah, we're down. Let's just figure it out. And what's cool is for Mateo to get fewer sets so far, and it just shows that the serve receive is much stronger this one, and they can run a little bit more middle, a little bit more right side.
Couple unforced errors out of 6-3-0 have resulted in a little bit of a momentum swing, and look out of a timeout to steady that reception and get back on the right side of this ball.
Yeah.
And that ball goes long. That's a coach's point right there.
That is.
Call the timeout. Your libero's on a little bit of a run, and just like that, you got the ball back. And
too much time to think.
Too much time to think. A little icing.
Yeah. Okay.
Great swing. Even better set. You got a middle blocker that's off balance, trying to get back into that seam, and unfortunately you're just late, and he's going to take that all day long.
And that's the beauty of Rockstar's setting now. Now that it's fast, but it's also wider, forcing the middle to travel much further distance.
Back-to-back service errors for Rockstars. Just not something that you relatively want to see if you're a coach. You want to keep that ball in, win on that defensive side of the ball, force a side out. But when you keep on leaving teams in the game through service errors, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Little matrix action over on that end line. Malachi Tuakau had to walk a tightrope to make sure that ball stayed out.
Yeah.
But
all right, we got Mateo back in the front row. You got 3 rotations here with the front row setter. Let's see if they can milk this. Inside, I love that play. That's it.
That's
a bounce
was
ball.
Something else. Aidan Syswerda with an absolute rip.
That's amazing. I like the variety of the 6-3-0 offense.
It's something that they haven't really pulled out in the game and a half that I've seen them play. Free ball situation.
That's a smart play by the middle there. Good coverage from the libero here. High inside.
And there's the block, but
this hitter coverage is awesome. And of course, we have to have Furbringer put it away.
That was probably one of the better rallies of this match. You get a really great serve that puts them out of system, and then you can't take care of that free ball. And at that point, your setter isn't in time with your outside. You have to go to a tip, and then you just leave Rockstars in the rally, and Furbringer's going to get that ball down.
Can't underestimate the power of free ball. Oh, nobody up, just a little bit wider than he wanted. That's what happens when you take care of your free balls.
That is one impressive arm. And there wasn't anything really wrong with that block. They're both up at the same point. That's just, I trust my guy more than I trust your guy. An amazing swing out of Furbringer. One-on-one.
Ooh, tricky play from the setter, but setting the setter out of system.
They've really had some trouble covering that short tip in the campfire. And he's hitting 750 right now, Mr. Matthew Proskey. He's had a couple opportunities. Who needs a D-ball when you've got an offensive setter like that?
I love how the setter is just part of the offense for out of system here. Wow, that's another high deep swing. Are they gonna set the setter again? No. Oh,
Just
no.
a little bit of a miscommunication. You gotta let your libero take that. He's in the best position to get that ball over, and just a lapse in communication between Brendan Markey and Brody Lee-Caracci. Well, we've got a 5-point lead here for Rockstars. Came out and looked really impressive in this second set.
Yeah, that Bick has been working all tournament, like you said.
The block held for it. They were ready. It's just finding the spot on the court, going from left to right.
I would like to see one set to the middle just to keep the blockers honest and then streak the Bick again. Because if they're tripling up on an in-system pass, that's how you know they're starting to read you a little bit too much.
Great serve from Proskey. And that's just not a good looking swing. Great set, great pass, and you're just a lot of bit on top of that ball.
I think that's only his second swing of the match. It's hard to get into a rhythm so late into the second set like that.
You have your right side on that outside. There's
Ooh,
a little bit of
a bomb.
confusion. What an ace.
Well, any ace off of libero is always, I feel like that should be 2 points. Because that libero has been rock solid.
That's a conversation that needs to be had. We were trying to innovate the game, add a little bit of spice. Maybe we should talk to Dustin Watton about that.
Yes.
But setter Matthew Proskey getting it done from the service line, and as a setter, he's scoring points.
He's going for that serve.
It's so consistent too. Another out of system situation. Just taking care of it.
Ooh, I would like to see at least a jump on that one.
Middle just isn't with that right side swing. Couldn't close. And he's in a great position.
Yeah.
Just find the gap in that block.
Even if you're gonna send a free ball, I'd rather even if you just jump, like make it a different angle, make the defense think a little bit versus just doing a standing free ball in a close set like that. That was a fantastic serve. Just out. I think the receiver was actually moving left. He got beat right and then kind of got lucky that it was out.
It was a great spot to call. Trying to hit that one seam. But again, the service errors are keeping them in this game. Another great serve for 6-3.
Is trying to bring up the heat.
Can they get this block back?
With that triple block sneaking in.
They fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Man. An inside set with all 3 blockers up.
Yeah.
I would have been shocked if that ball didn't get on the floor. And they've been so close. It's so many points. But Rockstar's coverage has been immaculate.
Yeah.
But that one finds the floor. And 6-3 is back within 1.
Well, credit 62 to post in and not get caught cheating wide on the inside set.
Missed serve from Lee-Caracci, someone who's been so consistent, but he brought him back from down 4 to back within 2, and just first ball side out here.
You have an interesting matchup with the setter and the shorter outside on Rockstar. Okay, they switch block. That's what I was just going to ask.
An amazing swing out of Aidan Syswerda. somebody that we haven't seen a lot of impact out of this set, especially because we've seen so much from Matthew Proskey, from Brody Lee-Caracci. Now that he's back in the front row, expect to see him get a little bit more sets, but a float serve into the net is not what you want. Got one job. If you're float serving, you have to get it in.
Especially this late in the game, I feel like the energy is on Rockstar's side, so 6-3 has to get some momentum going for them.
Great pass from Lee-Caracci.
There we go.
An amazing dig, overpass.
Let's see if we can turn it away. No. Oh, a little bit of international ball here. There you go.
Best point of the game.
Yes.
You go for the fake, and then a little yam time on that outside.
Like that.
But let's go back and look at that dig out of Carter Mirabal to keep them in that rally.
Yeah.
But to be able to go up and take that tool, that's a momentum point. You got to get this serve in.
This should be a good rotation for 6-3. You got their front row setter, who I feel like is one of the better athletes. And speaking of the devil.
Speak of the devil, Matthew Proskey gets his block. A point scorer, and we talked about Moni Nikolov to start, one of the best point scoring setters in the world. And I don't know, Matthew Proskey, the future of McKendree at the setter position. He is putting on a show right now, scoring points left and right for 6-3-0.
Let's see what they do out of system here. It's a little choppy.
Giving him that line again.
Side. Can we go for, oh no, we cannot send a free ball in that situation. That was a good set. You cannot give a good team too many opportunities.
Because then you put them in system and
maybe a power dump or something, jump if you don't want to take a hard swing, but you got to make them earn that transition pass.
Cash Esser to serve. Great pass. But the
They read the Bick.
We go back to we haven't seen the middle. We've maybe seen one set to the middle for every 4 sets to the Bick, and that's just not a good recipe. And with as intelligent players as Rockstar has, it's not going to get by. But an immaculate cut shot.
A great swing. And the fact that you can beat the libero, you can deceive the libero, that's how you know you got a good arm there. Yeah, even if the middle doesn't work, you motivate your middles by keeping them engaged in the game, but you also keep the blockers honest on the other team.
After a great shot, he goes to the service line, and Aidan Syswerda puts it into the net. Down 2. This is the moment that Rockstar starts to pull away. Can they go on a service run? Can they mix up this 6-3-0 serve receive that's been nails today, honestly?
They've been serving number 30 short, I think, to take him out of the offense. There we go. Because now we can't hit that D-ball.
And it's called in.
Shot.
There's a little confusion.
High cut.
That is that back line judge's call. And a huge point for 6-3-0. And a confusion in serve receive. A little knock between Matteo Furbringer and Colin Choi.
That is so untimely.
And an ace puts 6-3-0 back 2020. That's a huge point.
That's a great seam. Okay, and he just lets the middle back take it, so Furbringer can just swing.
Inside.
There we go. Yeah, that's just a good high. But I trust number 25 up there to be a blocker, and most teams, their best front row is going to be 3 hitters, but 6-3-0's best front row is when 25 is in the front row. He's a threat.
And you see that adjustment in serve receive right after that point. There was no delay. I'll take my seam. You stay off. Worry about hitting that ball.
Yeah.
A little off time there on that outside.
Here. No.
This is where he starts to take over. A great rotation for Rockstars to get this set and wrap it up.
Yeah.
As Matteo Furbringer's in the front row. Look for Aidan McIntyre, middle blocker.
And this is Rockstar's best rotation. 3 front row hitters with Matteo in the front row.
And a bad pass.
Good hustle from
play.
that middle. Okay, so I would rather take that than an easy free ball, because now the setter has to take that.
Off the block.
And now you have a chance to convert.
In transition. Another great dig from Rockstars. Back to the outside. And he takes over Furbringer with another kill.
That was, and it's such variety. He got a kill high off the hands, down the line, sharp angle, deep corner, push. I'm really impressed with his IQ. Not just as his physicality. He's not just a meathead going to bang the ball, but he has got every shot in the book.
And it's come down to an outside hitter that can put the ball away versus right now, especially in these last couple points, little inconsistencies in terms of timing and connection between Proskey and the rest of his pins.
Yeah.
Tips, rolls, and the defense for Rockstars has been nails. You got to go back to those sharp crosses that have been falling for 630, and until they're in system, they can't really do that. So look, out of the timeout, what will 630 do to fight back in this second set?
And Rockstar has finally shut down the Bick. So that's been their Achilles heel, and we'll see how they adapt to another type of offensive choice.
Good pass. I'd go middle here. Aidan McIntyre, it's time for you to make a play, my boy.
A little bit tentative. Ooh, that's the Brazard set from France.
Another opportunity.
This one.
Chase down for Furbringer. We continue to play on.
Put this away here. A little bit tentative on the swing.
Furbringer in system.
That's a smart play, just to reset it a little bit, get a better set, and then he does.
He's right there. Goes from the tip to the hard swing. Doesn't really have much of an approach, but still, athletes on that outside.
For all the kids that are watching, Furbringer got a really low set inside. He just held it against the block, passed the joust, got a better set after that. Really patient.
Great set, but still just another opportunity on match point, or set point, excuse me, and a huge block. Brody Lee-Caracci swings straight into it, and Rockstar takes set two, bounces back after an early set loss, and we're going three.
Yes. Kind of felt that at the beginning of the second set. It looked like 630 kind of let the foot off the gas pedal, starting to get a little tentative. Missed a couple key serves when they were starting to get momentum, and just kind of let Rockstar back in the game. And I felt like Rockstar had control of the game the whole time.
We've seen the 630 offense kind of become a little bit one-dimensional.
Yeah.
The Bick's not working. They're getting two up consistently on that outside, and you got to think we need a little bit more diverse offense from the 630, because the defense behind it has been nails, as I said, for Rockstars. But when you don't have Matteo Furbringer, when you're facing off against Matteo Furbringer on that other side, it's something hard to deal with, and that's who took over in that last set.
Yeah, and the nature of a Bick is it has to be predicated on selling the one. It's dependent on an effective middle. Otherwise, it's just a low back row trap set. So you need to have that draw. I would even like Proskey to run a back one. Whether or not it works, just show him that the middle's moving around, create some gaps for the Bick to work, or dump it, something to give his hitters a little bit of a break. It's tough when Caracci was getting 4 or 5 sets in a row, and not only are you going to tire out your hitter sooner, but you're putting Rockstar in a better rhythm to block the same hitter multiple times, so that's a tough one.
And I feel like what the most important part of this all is, Rockstars cut down on the errors.
Yeah.
They did not have nearly as many, whether it be service errors, hitting errors, just overall lack of communication. You really saw that last ace from from Matthew Proskey, where there was just a lack of communication on those seams.
Yeah.
That was the last error they really made in that set.
That's true.
But going into a fifth set, expect the cream to rise to the top, so to speak. 630 has the serve. Game to 15. can come out hot out of this timeout?
It's interesting that they start with Lee-Caracci as their first server instead of their first hitter. So maybe he has the strongest serve, so they're trying to get in a good rhythm, or maybe he might be better at the Bic. But if you're trying to build your offense around him, I would love to hear the coach's reasoning for starting him as the first server, back row versus front row.
Aaron Gray is in at that opposite. They're starting
okay.
with an ace.
Maybe there we go.
They're starting with an ace.
And that's the answer. He's the strongest server, so let's start with a strong serving performance.
Targeting Matteo Furbringer on that four seam.
That was a nasty cut. It looked like he was following through forward and just a little bit finished to the right.
That's that Division I talent where you're able to play, not only get a topspin serve in, but place it in such a way where you are starting off a third set with an ace. Matteo Furbringer right after an error comes back and steady with that swing, tying this game up.
To me, what separates Town is not what you can do, is but what you do after an error. And for him to get ace and just come back with an immediate kill, that's that next level confidence.
You got 3 hitters up here for 6-3-0. Will they try and move the ball around on the outside? Try to get a tip, but
still going to the pins here.
You have your opposite available.
Oh, the middle's already out of the play. Okay.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah.
That's 3 sets to the pin and finds that gap in between their right side and their middle.
Yeah.
Finding open court. Again, you have your opposite. Your middle hasn't really been a threat. Haven't seen much of, especially Wesley Kochendorfer, since the first set. He had a couple big kills, but haven't called his name nearly enough this game.
Just over the 3 block again. And that's what tends to happen when you disengage your middles, they stop going in transition, because then when you really need them towards the end, they stop trying because they don't think they're going to get set. And I don't see the middle as active, especially in the 3rd set. So you got to feed them some meat, keep them hungry.
Try and draw that Rockstar block off a little bit, and there's the Bic. As I was saying,
there you go.
Completely wide open net for Brody Lee-Caracci.
Yeah. It's a great draw from number 3. He's still a threat. At least Proskey's been going to him a little bit more, but I think just 1 or 2 more sets could really open things up even more for him.
Little float serve in system here. Going
Over the
down
top.
line.
I think that's Furbringer's first right side kill.
I think you may be right. And Syswerda's in a great position, but he's not getting all the way out to the pin. He's leaning, and he's giving him a great shot. Just got to take 1 more step and take that all the way.
I would love the center just to rip one right now. In rotation 4, you're facing the net, you're right-handed.
Amazing pass.
Good coverage there, good triple block. These guys are swinging high.
Just going up and over that middle blocker.
Yeah.
He's taken away that line shot. He's done a good job in Matthew Proskey, but that cross-court shot has been a lot for this 6-3-0 team to handle.
Yeah.
And Matteo Furbringer is continuing to bomb from the service line.
Good push. Oh, he was expecting a little more inside. That was a great set, though. This is high IQ volleyball. One of the most demoralizing things you can do to a team is to dig them and then kill it back in transition.
It's been really impressive. And there's a triple block up in front, and he's just piecing it up. And just like that, they are up 5-3 in this 3rd set. Matteo Furbringer has found his rhythm from that service line. And another cut shot, cross-court, sharp. It's Aidan Syswerda.
That's a great pass. One thing I know setters like to do is set the person who just passed you. It's like charging up your energy You have so much momentum from the receive, transition forward into the hit. It's one of the best feelings.
Big serve here for Syswerda.
Oh, was that a good close? Oh, just out. It's a great touch.
Something that they haven't really seen in this set.
Yeah.
A touch on that block. Tried to slow him down, almost had it, but Kochendorfer just couldn't get enough on that ball to keep it in.
They struggled in rotation 5 here, trying to get the middle involved. Like that push one has just been tough for them.
Out.
That's his second waffle. That's interesting. Usually you see one waffle and they kind of calibrate the arm swing, but that's the second one where he kind of sprayed it.
Haven't seen a lot, and I feel like there's a reason for that because a couple errors go back to
ooh, there we go.
Middle swing.
There we go.
And we talk a lot about how 6-3-0 hasn't gone to their middles.
Yeah.
I don't think I've called London Lee's name this entire game.
Yeah.
And just like that, we're separating here 7-5 up to Colin Choi to serve.
He was the one that kind of got him some momentum in the first set with the serve. That guy's got a wicked shoulder. Oh, that was out. He's got that wicked inside out.
6-3-0 is convinced that that ball was in. I think we're going to have a little bit of a conversation here. That's a point that they are really going to want. But just like that, Rockstars is up 8-5. Colin Choi, another great serve. Here's that D ball.
Yeah. Couldn't put a lot of heat on that. Great one-handed block from Proskey. There we go.
Huge transition block that I think is going to fire up this 6-3-0 team. After a point, you lose that point right before, you win a rally like that, where you have Mateo Furbringer having a chance in that back row, and then Brendan Markey with an amazing dig to keep that play alive. And here's Matthew Proskey, one of the more dangerous servers on the 6-3-0 team.
There we go.
Overpass.
And smart play.
Huge kill.
Middle's getting involved in the game now.
You want to stay in this rotation as long as possible if you're 6-3-0.
Yeah.
Proskey has had an immaculate game from the service line. And just another chance to a heavy arm, a heavy swing. McKendry's got a great one. They are going to have a great leader once he graduates and joins the Bearcats, because I've been really impressed with his gameplay.
Well, you got Furbringer in the back row now, so this is your chance to really get a run, but Furbringer's running that D-ball here.
And that ball's out. You got everything you wanted on that.
Yes.
No block.
Yes.
You're stacked to the right and just a little bit too wide. And just like that, we're back tied.
That's tough. They had him pass from the left back and then having to sneak behind for that D-ball. That's a tough move.
That's what you get when you have Brandon Taliaferro on your coaching staff. He's one heck of a coach and is bringing a lot to this game.
Yeah, setters like to cook a lot of recipes. I'll just tell you that. So.
Well, honestly, when you look at this set, going back to that error on that line shot that they were arguing about, the response from that, you have a block, you have a rally win, and then taking advantage of some key errors that can Rockstars get a timeout here, or a coach's point here, to try and slow down Matthew Proskey. Because, man, he has been serving lights out. Tied 8-8.
There's a chance to keep Furbringer in the back row here, too. Rotation 4 wants to slide out. It's 3 rotations with your best hitter, so.
And there it is. There's the coach's point. You just ice him a little bit, makes him think, gets him out of that rhythm, and just like that, Rockstars is back up 1.
Let's see how their rotation 1 is. This is most teams' weakest rotation. Ooh, great short serve.
And still keeps that ball in.
Ooh, he's got a wicked shoulder. He's got that inside out. Lanky, long, good flexibility.
To show that you're going cross and then at the last moment go high.
Yeah.
Find that deep corner. Can he do it from the service line?
Trying to serve him short here, take him out. Was it enough? No.
I think the mismatch right now of Aaron Gray and Mateo Furbringer is going to get the best of the 603 team.
Yeah.
There's just an obvious difference in what Furbringer's bringing as an attacker versus what Gray's bringing as a blocker.
Yeah. I feel like Proskey was the only one that can kind of get a hand on the ball.
Easy float here. And an error in reception or in defense.
Looks like both outsides really like that inside-out angle because they're reading their shoulder, which is straight ahead. In the last second, they just cut it a little bit. They're beating them wide a lot. So we'll see if Rockstar can dial in on that pattern. Good pass. Yeah.
You have an opportunity for a triple block.
Yeah.
Your setter jumps. You got Aidan Syswerda jumping with him, and then, it's barbecue chicken from there.
And Furbringer, I don't think I've seen him actually bounce the ball. Everything's been very deep. And I'm impressed with his smart swinging.
There's
there
the
we
middle.
go.
And you look at that kill, and you just question, where has that been? Where has it been? Because from what I've seen out of Wesley Kochendorfer, he's got a great arm and a great attack, but just haven't had the passes to get him in system.
Ooh, was that a block off? Okay, that was a tool.
They're saying that it came off Proskey and then off Daniel Booker, but it looks like Rockstar's going to take that point.
All right, we got Proskey in the front row here. It's time to make an impact.
And that ball's in.
That's aces in the third set are so critical. They're worth more than aces in the first and second set.
And that's the difference between Rockstar being 11-13 and 603 being tied.
Yeah.
That's a killer point.
That's tough.
Got a timeout. Another possible time for a coach's point.
Yeah.
But absolutely have to keep Rockstars off of 14, off of match point, and try and scrap and stay in this game.
I'm surprised that 6-3-0 doesn't go four-man receive because you already got number 40 playing DS in the right back. And so why not just use him to just take away a few more seams? They kind of it looks like he's passing, but they're hiding him more. I mean, he's got some good ball control.
Watch out for Proskey. We haven't seen it in a little bit, but he's front row. So he loves to be offensive.
Yes.
Care for a set or dump here.
Yes. Can we serve in, taking a little bit off. Ooh, a little bit over the block.
Set.
And coming in with a running block. Again.
And a huge block.
Number 30. That's 2 blocks in a row.
Not
Running
only
right.
do you get a block on Daniel Booker on an overpass,
yes,
but to stay in transition and get out to that pin for
yes.
a triple block, that is a huge point with Aidan Syswerda on the service line.
That's discipline. Discipline in the third set here.
Big toss. Inside set.
Right in the seam. Are they going to call lift?
They're going to call him in the net.
Whoa. Rockstar in the net.
Massive error out of Cash Esser on what would have been a huge point for them. That was a great tip. That was an amazing tip that got through the block and would have been called a carry if he wasn't in the net.
Yes. You know what's funny? I think Proskey had his hands too wide, so the technique wasn't great, but I think that worked to his advantage because the outside hitter was anticipating more resistance. So I think he over-pushed, not anticipating a spread block. Sometimes you gotta get lucky.
The jam, the wipe, while it can be your best friend, it can also be your enemy,
Yes,
as Rockstar has just clearly learned.
Yes.
And after a timeout, they were down 2. We're tied up again, 13-13. We are in for a really exciting 5th set here to close us out and get to a possible gold medal match for both of these teams.
Yes. Well, credit to 630 for changing it up a little bit, going to a little middle, serving a little in.
Off the block. That was a great serve off the tape, but the difference and making that adjustment to recognize that the block has been there.
Yeah.
You can't go over it, but you're going to be able to stay smart and wipe that ball.
Yes. This is a good timeout.
14-13, just ice him a little bit. We're icing the kicker, make him think.
One more motivational talk, one more refocus, let your team gather your breath. I mean, the pressure's on Rockstar to finish. They're the ones that have to put the ball in play to really seal the deal here. Do you think they're going to go outside? Who do you think 630 is going to set?
I think it has to go to the outside.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked to put your trust in somebody that you haven't been setting in your middle. You've got your guy in Brody Lee-Caracci on that outside. He's been your go-to guy all game so far.
Yeah.
This ball is going to Brody, and it starts with this serve and this reception.
So in this rotation, they've been serving number 30 short to try to take him out of that C or D ball.
Easy float serve.
Okay. At least the libero's got it there. Here we go. And we extend the game. That was crazy.
Just a little bit late from that middle blocker.
Yes.
I don't know what's going through their head to think that they're going to go middle, but an absolute terminating ball by Brody Lee-Caracci.
Credit to that libero for getting on that short serve early. A little bit out of system here.
Great dig.
Libero saving the day again. Can they score in transition? Where's Furbringer? Nope.
Oh, an amazing, amazing swing. Just going right back to him in transition. The block's not there, and after a great dig, just not another opportunity in system to put that ball away. And we've got yet another match point for Rockstars, their second of the game.
They better finish it before Furbringer gets into the front row next rotation.
And that ball's out.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one to swallow.
And this is the guy you don't want on the service line if you're Rockstars.
Yes.
Proskey he's been the guy. He's been the guy. You got Mateo Furbringer back row. I'd look for him to target. But he's kind of being hidden by libero Carter Mirabal.
He's got to go for that 5-6 seam here.
Off the tape.
I thought that was going to be an ace.
Off the block, kept alive.
One-handed digger.
Great, another amazing dig.
Inside, can he jam it high over the top?
Where do you go here? Furbringer through the block and down. You find your man to get it done. Furbringer putting Rockstars on yet another match point, and now he's in the front row.
This is going to be a side-out game. Can you earn free balls and not let Furbringer take swings in transition here?
Great pass.
Does he beat him one-on-one with a jam?
Brody Lee-Caracci has been
ballsy.
nails. He has the utmost confidence to get it done. That's a scare. You've got your block in front of you.
Yes.
A little harder press, and that ball's going right back to you.
I like his confidence.
Now he's at the service line.
Going to your guy.
Great pickup. A little bit of miscommunication and a free ball.
You cannot do that when you got Furbringer in the front row. You
Off
cannot do that.
You gotta let Aaron Gray take that ball. A little bit miscommunication. Late in sets like this, it just, you can't have it. You cannot have it.
I think they've been having their outside take the second ball in transition. They haven't gotten a lot of digs, so I haven't even seen who's been getting it.
Jonah Nathanson with a float serve. Easy pass.
Good
Block
slow down.
back.
Let's see. Yeah, Caracci's supposed to be getting the ball in transition here.
That ball's inside.
Good high swing, miscommunication.
And they stay in it, fighting off match point after match point. 6-3-0 is not going away. An out-of-system swing that just gets the better of that Rockstar defender.
I will continue to leave line open against Mateo. It looks like when he does hit the line, he doesn't have hands to work with, so they're able to get some clean digs from there.
If they don't side out here, look for the Bick.
Does he get a lift call? No.
Stay alive. Another free ball. Going right back to that outside.
Okay.
Staying up.
Set? Oh, a little bit. Looks like some slipping on the court.
Another match point. 18-17. I think this may be the 5th match point that Rockstars has seen. And just like that, Furbringer's back out of the back row.
He's the back row 1 right now, so got one more rotation.
One more rotation. Oh, yes, I see him.
But they got the big oppo blocking. Let's see if they can run a middle. I think they should go middle here. No. That big. That was like a beeping, like a 30.
I don't think I've seen many Division I teams run a route like that.
That was interesting.
To pull that out on match point, that's a ballsy call.
Yes. Proskey, man, he's been charging this offense.
He has been more than impressive.
He is not afraid.
Little float serve
here.
Tip.
Can they convert it? No. Another chance to go to Furbringer.
Great dig.
Can
we chase it down?
Oh. No. I think if he dove for that, he could have gotten it. Maybe he saw the ref in the way.
And now your man is on the service line.
And they're still not going format receive. Just to give the server a different look too. Sometimes it gets in their head.
6-3-0's serve receive has been nails all night, but with a top spin serve like Furbringer's, can he get it done?
Yes, he does. Serving to the libero. Great
that's
job.
A beautiful pass. Inside set. And that is off the defender.
Swing.
The sigh of relief that Aidan Syswerda just had to be able to avoid the double block and target, honestly, Carter Mirabal, great libero, but he's had a couple crucial digging errors late in this game.
And a tough serve, forcing out a system here. You don't have Furbringer to put you out. Can they convert? This is your chance. Go to Lee-Caracci. Oh, a little choppy, a little too deep. That's a beach set right there.
And a block!
And number 3.
Another
critical.
Huge block by Wesley Kochendorfer. And this is 603's first match point of this entire 3rd set.
Wow.
Matthew Proskey combined with Wesley Kochendorfer with an immaculate block. And Aidan Syswerda with a big serve. And an ace! And 6-3-0 takes down Rockstars.
Oh my goodness.
In an insane upset, ending with an ace.
That is mind-blowing.
Aidan Syswerda, I take my hat off to you. What a 3rd set. I was going to say before the serve, once you got 6-3-0 on match point, they weren't going to give it up. They were not going to give up. What an amazing game by both teams. Man, that 6-3-0 team led by Matthew Proskey, the heart and soul of this team.
Yes.
Just to be able to set the ball at the level that he's been setting, that was an amazing game.
It was a contribution from everyone. We had a critical block from number 3. That was a big time. We had, I think, when Lee-Caracci was pulling off, Aidan was coming in with some big time kills. And then Proskey gets a dig. And then the libero comes in and passes short and passes the top spin serve. I mean, I think everyone came in big time. So it was a true team effort. And it could have gone either way. I mean, Rockstar had it in control and they had a chance to win. So that's going to give them nightmares. I've been in that situation. Not at this level, but to knowing that you had it, that's tough.
That, I think, was the definition of Midwest grit.
Yes. Just
being able to battle it out point after point after point and somehow stay alive. And hats off to 6-3-0 as they make their way to the gold medal match here in Phoenix. I'm Joe McCurdy.
I'm Coach Donner from Elevate Yourself. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at the gold medal match.
Yes. Yeah, you're so good. What was that? Oh, like to push it? Like